All right, hello. Today's video journal day 80. Today's overall been pretty good. Nothing too crazy's happened. I got my I got my Buizel charm. I'm so happy. It looks amazing. I found like a perfect spot to put it, and it just makes me happy seeing it on the other side of the camera and seeing it looking at it. And then I also changed my camera angle a little bit. I zoomed out a little bit more, and I think this is a little bit better. I'm liking this so far. This feels right. Okay, so the prompt for tonight is, how comfortable are you expressing emotions? And I don't know, I guess if I were to say like overall throughout my whole life, I would say a little uncomfortable. Just because for me, I think emotions are more personal to me than they are to, I've noticed, some other people. I think I take them emotions and like the things that I value and the sort of that sort of stuff more seriously than most people do. I'm really starting to see that now. And so I think that's kind of why I've overall felt uncomfortable. But one thing I will say is that I think I'm overall like pretty comfortable expressing positive emotions. Not only because I feel more comfortable in those positions, but I also have heard from many people that I'm quite a passionate person. And if you're not expressing emotion, then nobody's going to call you passionate. I mean, there's obviously a reason there behind that, getting it multiple times. So I feel like I wouldn't have that if I wasn't in some way capable and comfortable sharing positive emotions. I do have a bit of trouble expressing negative emotions. I feel like when I have negative emotions around others, I always try to suppress that because I don't want other people to worry about emotions. To me, my emotions have always felt I've always I have always felt responsible for doing the emotional work myself. And so to me, complaining and I guess in general, just expressing those negative emotions outwards has always felt kind of almost selfish in a way. And so I don't like doing that. And I also just don't, I guess, feel the need to. I never really felt the need to express them outwardly as much as I feel like I need to express positive emotions outwardly, you know? I have actually been getting more in touch with myself and my more emotional side, and I cry more, and I feel like I enjoy my passions on a deeper level because I'm actually like really a lot more conscious. I think I'm more getting more conscious of that like feeling state, and it's just a lot better that way. I even cried today a little bit watching this Pokemon Scarlet and Violet movie. It was like there's this guy who did a movie, and what he did is he took clips from the game and kind of edited it in a way to where it was like a movie. It was really interesting. But during the part with like Arvin and Wabostif, I started like crying because that was a really sad scene, and it was like really like well voice acted and all that. And so I just like could not handle that. I do realize that like I think part of like having like a relationship in the future, I want to have like a wife and kids, and I think part of having a wife is like um processing emotions together and having that like open flow of like knowing how the other person is feeling. And so I do realize I need to kind of bring those negative emotions out a little bit, not to the point where I'm just some like big complainer, but to a point where I'm able to talk to them and health and talk about them and process them outwardly in a healthy way, because I can't just bottle them up, and I'm not bottling them up too bad, or at least not as bad as I used to. And so I do feel good about that, but I still need to be a little bit more outward. All right, well, thanks if anybody's watching, and I'm going to become a consistent content creator in 2025.